we'll talk hockey in a minute, and you guys are going to score just like Lincoln did on Uncle Ryan. So first on page 533, look at the problem. It says Jonah has an 8-pound bag of potting soil. He divides it among 5 flower pots. How much soil is in each pot? That's our question. We need to show our answer as a fraction or a mixed number. So if we look, there are 5 pots. Okay, so we have 8 pounds of potting soil. We know we can put 1 pound in each pot, but that will only take up 5 pounds, right? That's only 5 pounds that we've poured out. So there we go, putting 1 pound in each pot. You can draw a little picture if that helps you. But we still have 3 pounds that need to be distributed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 8 pounds minus the 5 pounds. We still have 3 pounds that need to go in those pots. Left to be distributed. Okay. So what can we do? Let's see. Let's go back to the problem. 8 pounds divided by 5 flower pots. All right. Well, let's see. What do we know about math? 8 pounds divided by 5, 8 divided by 5. Let's use that division bar. 8 divided by 5. So that fraction bar is also a division bar. So that means divided by. 8's on the top, so we say 8, and then we go down, divided by 5. We can write that out as a little long division, even though it's short division problem. And 8 divided by 5 is 1 with a remainder of 3. And we know by walking the plank that 1 is going to be our whole number, and then we've got the remainder of 3 on the top of the plank and the 5 on the bottom. So 1 3/5 of a pound is what would be in each pot. So if we already have 1 pound in each pot, we need to add 3/5 of a pound to each pot. So 3/5 there, 3/5 in the next one. And actually, if you, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that'll be 15/5 in the pink there, and 15/5, 15 divided by 5 is 3. So that would be the whole 3 pounds that was left. So that works. All right, take a look down at the bottom. What if one of the pots breaks? Boom, boom, boom. Jonah has to divide the soil among 4 pots. So he's got 8 pounds, but now he has to divide it by 4 pots. So 8 pounds divided by 4 pots. 8 divided by 4. Well, that should be easy. 4 times what equals 8? All right, so I'm just doing my labeling there. Pounds in each pot, just like Ellie would do. She's the ultimate labeler. And Annie too, right? And Sarah, you guys, and Ruthie, you guys are the ultimate labelers. All right, so 8 divided by 4. We could work that out, but we do know that 4 times 2 is exactly 8. So our answer is going to be 2 pounds in each pot. 8 pounds, 4 pots. Let's draw 4 pots just to see what this looks like in a picture. So I've got 4 pots and 2 pounds in each pot. 2, 4, 6, 8. We've used all 8 pounds. Hey guys, I'm so happy to see you. So why am I having Cousin Lincoln score on Uncle Ryan, right? Why are we doing goals and victory today? I'll give you a little clue. You already know this, okay? So it's easy for you. You win. This is going to be a victory lesson for you today because you already know that this fraction bar is also called a division bar. And thanks to Weston's little video, you know how to divide it up and walk the plank. So this is page 535 that we're going to do it together. You can do it in your actual workbook if you want to follow along, or you can just watch. The only thing you're going to have to do and send it, well, I guess it already gets sent back to me. You don't have to really do anything. I just see it electronically. Is page 537. You do that part. So right now, I do and you watch. All right, so you already know this, which is good. So number 1 on page 535, if you want to follow along, it says it has 10 thirds. So we need to write it as a division expression and as a mixed number. So we already know that the fraction bar right here is called a division bar. So 10/3 means 10 divided by 3. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? We start at the top and we go down. So 10 divided by 3. So as a division expression, how do we write that as a division expression? 10 divided by 3. So easy, okay? You just scored on Uncle Ryan. Oh, and just for the record, I get a notification on my phone on our Run Keeper app that tells me every time Uncle Ryan finishes a run, and he's been running like a decent amount, like one time up to 5 miles in the neighborhood. So after all this is over, he might lose his donut belly. I don't know. Okay, mixed number. So 10 divided by 3. This also says 10/3, right? So if there's 3 pieces in a whole pizza, and Uncle Ryan eats 10/3, he definitely ate more than one pizza. So maybe your brain just tells you, or you can do 10 divided by 3 to create a mixed number here. So 3 goes into 10 3 times. Subtract 9, our remainder is 1. We're going to keep that remainder, put it right up here. We divided it up, now we're going to walk the plank. 3 is our whole number, and then above the plank is our remainder 1, and below the plank is our divisor 3. So 1/3, 3 and 1/3. So that's how we write 10/3 as a mixed number. So see, easy peasy, you just scored. You know how to do this. All right, for number 3, what are the directions? It says, find 11 divided by 10 and 10 divided by 11 and write each quotient as a fraction or a mixed number. So here, you're just doing the opposite. You're taking the division expression and turning it back into a fraction. So think about head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. 11 divided by 10. So 11 divided by 10. Start at the top, and then go down. 11 divided by 10. Okay, how about 10 divided by 11? 10 divided by 11. So this says to write them as a fraction or a mixed number. So if we have an improper fraction where the top is heavier than the bottom, right? Our numerator is higher than the denominator, we can turn it into a mixed number. So if we look here, 10 11ths. We didn't get to 11 11ths, so this is less than 1. We can leave that. Here, we have 11 tenths. So again, if this is pizza and somebody ate 11 pieces and there's only 10 pieces in one whole pizza, they ate more than one whole, right? So they ate 11 divided by 10. You can go ahead and do it like this if you want. 11 divided by 10 to see that your answer will be 1 and 1/10, or maybe your brain just tells you. Okay, so 10 goes into 11 one time, and then you have 1 left over. So whichever way you're used to doing, figuring out improper fraction into mixed number, do that for that. Okay, number 3, number 4. We kind of squeezed everything in here. I stole this from the classroom. Taylor, don't tell your dad. Okay, I'll return it. Number 4, 2 friends share 3 apples. So this, we're going to picture 2 friends. So I'm going to picture Joey and Mason. Hi, guys. And they have 3 apples. And Joey's like, mine. And Mason's like, mine. And they're like, we need to split these equally. So your brain might just tell you, if you're picturing Joey and Mason fight over 3 apples, that they're each going to get 1.5. My brain just told me that. But what you need to do here is 2 friends share 3 apples. So what's going to be divided up? Are we going to chop up Joey and Mason? Oh, no. No, we are not. We love them. We're keeping them. We need to split up these 3 apples. So 3 apples divided by 2 friends. 3 apples divided by 2 friends. That's how we know that the 3 is the numerator and the bottom, or the 2 is the denominator. What is it that we're dividing up, and who are we dividing it up? How many people? So 3 divided by 2. So 3 halves is what each one of them are going to get. If you have 3 apples, and you think about that, 3 apples, chop them all in half, you have 6 halves then, right? So Joey gets 3, Mason gets 3. Or you can figure out that this is also equal to 1.5, and then Joey gets 1.5 apples and Mason gets 1.5 apples. And Mason, I believe your dad's a dentist, so he probably wants you eating apples. Okay. Ooh, toddler intermission, just a moment. Yes? Come on in, sit quietly, wave hi to the camera, go on the thing over there. Right here. Do you want to wave to the class? We have a guest. Come on, stick your head up. I don't know if they can see you. All right, well, she's going to be quiet anyways. Okay, number 5. 3 students share 5 breakfast bars. So now I'm picturing the TC. I'm picturing Haley and Taylor and Riley. And they have 5 breakfast bars. Okay, and they want to share these, and they're like, how do we split this up? So we have 5 breakfast bars being divided among 3 friends. So 5 breakfast bars being divided by 3 friends. So they're each going to get 5/3. If you want to turn this into a mixed number, we will see that 3 goes into 5 one time, and then we have 2 left over. So they will each get 1 2/3 of a breakfast bar. All right, jumping over here, number 6. What are we doing? Writing this one as a fraction? Find each quotient, right, as a fraction or a mixed number. All right, so again, I'm going to erase this just a little bit so it's not in the way. Okay, so 11 divided by 6. So we simply go head, shoulders, knees, and toes, start at the top. 11 divided by 6. Now, this is improper because if Uncle Ryan ate 11 pieces of pizza and each pizza had 6 pieces, he ate more, right, than one whole pizza. I know that 6 times 2 is 12. So if he ate 12, 6, he would have eaten 2 whole pizzas, but he's 1 short. So he ate 1 whole pizza and 5/6 of the other. If your brain doesn't just tell you that, you can do 11 divided by 6, like we know how to do. Oh, and when you subtract, you'll get 1 remainder 5, so 1 and 5/6. You'll get the same thing. Give a thumbs up if you like my video. Thanks, Greta. Okay. Number 7. I have to put you in timeout. Here, take a hall pass.
What?
Go take a walk somewhere. I don't know. Come on. Go on my bed. Okay. Number 7, we've got 1 divided by 5. So again, think head, shoulders, knees, and toes. 1 divided by 5. 1/5. That is already just a fraction. It's part of a whole. It doesn't go over 1 whole, so we don't have to turn it into a mixed number. Oh, toddlers. Okay. Number 8. 18 divided by 4. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. 18 divided by 4. Start at the top, go to the bottom. 18/4 is an improper fraction. So how many times does 4 go into 18? 4 times 4 is 16, right? So we're going to have, it's going to go in 4 times. We're going to have 2 left over, 4 2/4. Or we know that 2/4 is exactly 1/2, so 4 1/2 is what that can be simplified to.
Mom.
Okay.
Mommy, you're yelling.
We're going to pause. I hear some other monsters coming. They don't sound happy. Just a moment.
Mom,
All right, well, fruit snacks, just save the day on that one. You sure can. Okay, so number 9, 5 divided by 9. So 5 divided by 9, 5/9. This is a regular fraction, doesn't go over 1 whole, so we're going to leave that. All right, 2 more, and then it's your turn. So number 14, 2 girls share 7 yards of ribbon. So let's think about some ribbon dancers like Annie and Maddie, okay? So they've got this ribbon and they want to share it. So Annie and Maddie and Annie are like pulling it like, my ribbon, my ribbon. Now if you already know what half of 7 is, then you know the answer, right? But think about what is being divided up. The ribbon, right? So 7 yards is being divided by 2 girls. So 7 divided by 2. And this is an improper fraction. So if we do 7 divided by 2, the answer would be 3 1/2. So they each get 3 1/2 yards of ribbon. And maybe you already knew that because 3 plus 3 is 6. And 4 plus 4 is 8. And 7's right between 6 and 8. So what's between 3 and 4? 3 1/2. So there's our answer for that one. And number 15, 4 friends share 7 bagels. I heard that there's some place, it has the word bagel, American Bagel or something, has a French toast bagel. I don't even know if that place exists anymore, but my cousin like years ago told me about it and I love French toast, so I had it. Okay, so there's 7 bagels. The 7 bagels are being divided by 4 friends. So picture the friends, picture the bagels. Who likes bagels? Okay,
Me.
Jeffrey. Okay, Greta. Anyone? Reagan. Okay, Greta. Reagan does too. And who else there? Oh, Maddie's brother. Okay, so there's 7 bagels and they're dividing them up by 4 friends. So think the visual of that so that you can figure out what's being divided up, to figure out what the numerator and denominator is. So if we turn this into a mixed number, since the 7, the numerator is greater than the denominator, let's see, we're going to have 1 3/4. And if you want to divide that out, 7 divided by 4 to figure that out, if your brain doesn't just tell you, you can do that. All right, I have faith in you. Just like Uncle Ryan got scored on by Lincoln, you're going to score on this math lesson because you know this stuff. So, page 537. You do it, okay, guys? Miss you.
Soda. Ooh.
Okay.
Bye-bye.